Okay, when you first open Sweet Home 3D, you're going to see something similar to the screen that's you're viewing now. You won't have as many things in here in your library section because I've loaded some extra libraries and I haven't shown you how to do that yet. But you will have this gridded area, you'll have a grayed out area here and a grayed out area here. So those things are going to suddenly have some stuff in them when I start drawing some walls and doing some work. Before I do that, I'm going to go into my file and my preferences. Now at the moment this one as default is set to feet and inches, which is American, and it's set for the furniture catalogue as category folders. Now I'm going to change two things. I'm going to change this to a searchable list, which makes it easier to find what we want to use, and I'm going to change this to millimeters. Now possibly you could use meters, but millimeters are more accurate, and we're probably not dealing with very big rooms at the moment, so millimeters will work quite nicely for us. I'm not going to change anything else on there. I'm going to click OK and watch what happens on this left hand side. Okay, so first of all I've got all my library items as views now, so I can see what they actually look like, but I've still got nothing in any of these other panes. I'm going to bring in some of this information afterwards, but first of all I need to create some rooms. So I'm going to go up to my tools up here, and you can see there's one called Create Walls and one called Create Rooms. I'm just going to do some walls first. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to come up over here, and you'll notice when I click and drag across, I get some information coming out on that sort of snap menu. So it's telling me it's 4 meters, 940, and so on. So I'm going to go here to about 6 meters. And I'm going to draw myself a line down, and you can notice as I'm drawing these lines, it's basically drawing them as a 3D underneath. You can also see there's a sort of snap line that comes up when it knows that it's lining up with something else. When I've drawn a room, I'm just going to press my escape button to stop that line drawing tool, and I'm going to start again, and I'm going to draw another wall coming out this way. Press escape again. Now I can move these things later on if I choose to. I can go to my select tool, I can grab these walls, and if I decide they need to be a different shape or in a different place, I can move them all around, and I can see what the result of that is underneath down here. Okay, I'm going to put some floors in here, so I'm going to make it into a room. I'm going to click Create Room, and I'm just going to go from the point to point, and you can see it puts this grayed area in. Now the reason I don't do the whole thing in one go, press escape again to finish that one, is that I want to be able to have different floor surfaces on different rooms. Maybe I want tiles in one and carpet in another. If I make it as one continuous floor, I can only have one material down. So I'm going to make a second room by clicking in my corners again. You can see the little round circle when it finds that point, and escape will finish off the tool. So now I've got 2 rooms and I've got all my walls and things all drawn in. If I come down the bottom, I can hold down my left mouse button and I can pivot around, and I can see what this would look like from different angles. However, there's not much in there at the moment, so I can't see very much. So to add furniture and add things to it, I've got various categories here that I can look things up. So I could go into a bedroom and I could find things that way, like the bed. I could get my kitchen items. I'm going to actually leave it on all, and I'm going to do it a different way. So I can actually directly type in the word bed. There's a bed. I'm going to use this bed. I'm going to drag it and I'm going to place it somewhere in my bedroom. Now once it's in there, you can see it's appeared down the bottom here. I can see what that looks like by changing my 3D view. I can rotate it using the rotation control here. So if I wanted the headboard the other way around and so on, I can reposition it just by dragging it. And it has got some handles on it here and here and here, which will change certain dimensions on it. However, I'd rather not change dimensions that way. I'm going to change the dimensions by editing them in another way later on. What I am going to do now though is I'm going to put some doors and windows in. So again, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to type in doors, and I've got a whole bunch of doors to choose from. Doesn't really matter which ones I'm going to use. I'm going to just pick one randomly now. I might put some glass doors maybe over here near the bed, and you can see now down the bottom that's put that window effect in, and I might put some more doors to join the rooms together. It's a standard door might do. I'm going to pop that one, and you can see if I hold it to the left or to the right of a wall which way the door will open. So that door is going to open into this room, but if I want it to open into this room, which might be a bathroom, I'll place that one there. So now, as you can see from the 3D view underneath, I've got a dividing wall that goes into those rooms, and as you I'm sure can guess, I can do exactly the same with windows, and I can choose some windows and I can pop them in where I want them as well. I don't think I'm going to use a shop window. I might need a smallish window maybe in the bathroom. And there's that window popping up over here, and let's see what this one looks like. Oh, stained glass window, that sounds funky. Let's put a stained glass window in over here. Now if I wanted that one to be longer, I can probably edit that afterwards. I double click into there and I'll make it a lot wider. Let's say make that 1200 wide and see what that looks like. And it's now made that a bigger size window. Now the other thing to mention is these dimensions have got something called elevation on them, and elevation controls the height from the floor. So if I went back into this one and I changed the elevation and I said I want it lower to the ground, I'll make that 600 millimeters from the ground instead. Watch, you can see the window jumped downwards there and became lower. Okay, I can look at it from the other side, and there we go.